Hare Krishna. So, oh wow, pretty nice, enthusiastic people. So yeah, now we have evening program. Usually here in ISKCON temple we have morning program, and this is evening program. In the morning program, it starts at 4:30 in the morning. So you may come and join us in the morning and see us, some beautiful deities. And same we have evening program, which start at 6 to 7 is like a Gita class, which is going to be now. And from 7 to 7:30 it's Gaura Arti, and after 7:30 there will be some Prashadam in the Haveli. So this is standard program, so you can fit in anywhere, wherever is possible. So we highly encourage you to come here. And as you can see on the board, so today's verse is 12. You can see on either side, chapter number 12 and verse number 2. So we're going to discuss from Bhagavad Gita on this chapter and on this verse. So before we start, we'll lead short kirtan, which is around 7 minutes. So you can join this kirtan, and this kirtan is like a call and response, yeah? Like one person sings and later on you can respond. So this is simple Hare Krishna kirtan, so the same you are hearing now. So we're going to read for next 5 minutes and then we'll start from Gita class. Thank you so much again for coming here at Bhaktivedanta Manor. We are really happy to have you here, and yeah, let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Nitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. So verses are on the screen as you can see. So chapter number 12, verse number 2. And before we start, just want to know about Bhagavad Gita. How many of you know, how many of you guys have some idea about Bhagavad Gita? Some information that you might have heard maybe from your parents, maybe from your friends, or some knowledge somewhere. Social media, favorite. If you have some ideas, some connection, can you share with me, like, what's your realization, what's your understanding when you heard, when you see Bhagavad Gita? So what do you think? Maybe you can speak. Span, could be anything. Yeah, go on. Perfect. It's a manual how to live a life. Like when we buy something, say for example, let's say screens. So the company, they give us a manual how to use this screen. Make sure we don't put in the fridge. So how to use this thing properly. So this is our body is like a vehicle. So we came here on the planet Earth. So what's our function? What's our purpose? How should we function in this world? So for that purpose, Lord Krishna gave this Bhagavad Gita. Anybody else wants to share their realization, learning? You? Wow, your favorite verse. So yeah. 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 Wow, nice. That's so sweet. So yeah, in the fifth chapter, verse number 28, where Krishna says, "Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gnatva mam shantim pruchati." Do you know how many types of friend we have? Like there are certain types of friend. In English language, we say just friend, but in a Vedic tradition, there are like many types of friend, like like mitra, sakha, suhrud, bandhu. You know what this? Dost. Why not? But English language, we have only one word, which is just like a friend, and that contains everything. Friends in your office, friends in your relative circles, friends maybe with your children. So, but the Vedic languages, and Sanskrit is one of them, and this is like really huge oceanic language, and it has like multiple words. So, as I mentioned, the word friend. So there are many words. So, say for example, mitra. So those who are working with you in the corporate environment or your working place. So let's say dost. Dost means those who are like, you can be with them with like more informal. It's not like more formal or regal, you know, but dost is like more informal thing. And another word is suhrud. Does anyone has any idea what does it mean, suhrud? Because this word is coming in this verse, Bhoktaram yagnatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram suhrudam sarvabhutanam. Suhrud. Suhrud means well-wisher. in short. It doesn't matter what do you do for him, or if you're able to do something for him, it's fine. Even if you are not able to do something for him, it's still fine. But this person is like, in your language, in our language, we said one-sided love. So Krishna's love is like one-sided love. It's like a suhrud. So this verse says like Krishna is a suhrud, is your well-wisher. Even if you like treat him nicely, or if you are not able to treat him nicely, still he is your well-wisher. So as he mentioned that, yeah, he likes this, that Krishna is our friend, Krishna is our well-wisher. Doesn't matter what we do. Sometimes we make offenses, sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we are not able to come to the temple, but still he is merciful. So this is nature of our Lord, beautiful Krishna. So next we go on this verse. I don't need this book, by the way. So first what we do, I will chant this verse, and you also can repeat after me. It's simple, easy, super easy. You don't need to worry about oh my God, Sanskrit language, I don't know. I have no connection with it. But don't worry, because of mercy of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, we have translation, which you can see on the TV. You can see it? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Maya Veshya Mano Yemam. Yeah, like our WhatsApp language. So it's like really super simple English. So I'll recite first line, which is Maya Veshya Mano Yemam, and then you can after respond. This is how we go further. So we'll start with the Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Perfect. Maya Veshya Mano Yemam. Maya Veshya Mano Yemam. Nitya Yuktya Upasate. Nitya Yukta Upasate. Shraddhaya Prayopetas. Shraddhaya Parayopetas. Teme Yukta Tama Mataha. Teme Yukta Tama Mataha. So this is the verse, and next we'll see the translation. Oh, this is word-to-word translation. So those who are not familiar with the Sanskrit language, so they can even relate with this English language. So translation is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their mind on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. So this is translation, and if you see the last line, it's Krishna says, considered by me to be the most perfect. So here, Krishna is giving you his stamp, his authority. As far as we know, like Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Based on 7th chapter, Krishna says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protram sutre manegana eva. Like you can see the garland in the Krishna's neck. It's a beautiful garland. The flowers are so beautiful. But why is it so beautiful? Because they are in certain order. It's not like random thing. It's not like, here and there. But it's like really nicely in order. Why? Because under the flower they have thread. And that thread is holding the whole thing. And that's why it's looking beautiful. Otherwise, you see there is certain like formation, yellow, white, red. So because of this thread, garland makes even more beautiful. So this is how in this verse, Krishna says, Matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protram sutre. Sutre means thread. Mane gana eva. Whatever you see around in this world, I am the base and I am the foundation. I am the thread of that whole being. So based on this thing, we can say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna is the like Supreme, is the highest. And only because of him, everything is sustaining. And here he is saying, I am saying that to be most perfect. Who? Those who are fixed their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worship me with great and transcendental faith. So this is Krishna's word. Now we'll read purport. Let me continue from here. So purport means there is difference between purport and commentary. And don't worry, I'll come to the story as well. So purport means how to make things more relevant to our day, our life, daily life. So when we say commentary, so commentary is just like a normal tika, like if you read something and you give your own opinion or your own view, so that is commentary. But purport, when you say purport, so there's the beauty of this Gita, Bhagavad Gita as it is, given by Prabhupada, that he gave purport rather just commentary. So purport means how to live this verse. If you want to be best person, if you want to be like really good in Krishna's eye, so how we can be. So this is how you can be. So this is the method. You understand? So first we know about principle and then we are reading about method. So here Prabhupada is writing in answer to Arjuna's question. Krishna clearly says that he who concentrates upon his personal form and who worships him with faith and devotion is to be considered most perfect in yoga. For one in such Krishna conscious, there are no material activities because everything is done for Krishna. A pure devotee is constantly engaged. Sometimes he chants, sometimes he hears or read books about Krishna, or sometimes he cooks prasadam or goes to the marketplace to purchase something for Krishna, or sometimes he washes the temple or the dishes, whatever he does. He does not let a single moment pass without devoting his activity to Krishna. Such action is in full samadhi. Have you ever heard this word samadhi? Samadhi. Samadhi means you become completely oblivious to your surroundings and become completely fixed in your job, in your role, in your action, whatever you are doing. So for example, you are working, you are like maintaining your child. So that is called samadhi. When you just completely forget, like say for example, I can see here so many moms. So imagine, I wish this not happen with your children, but your children somehow or other they hurt themselves. So what do you think? What's your mental situation? Do you think about I have to go and buy some sabji in the market, I have to buy some milk, or you think first about your children, first about your kid? Doesn't matter whatever is going to happen in the world, even if there is earthquake or tsunami, whatever is there, you don't care about that. But your full attention is on your kid because now he is in pain. So this is samadhi. You become completely oblivious to the external situation. So Krishna is saying those people who are working for me in this consciousness, they are best. They are considered as the best, as the most perfect. So if you see here, this word is important. Oops. Mind. So the whole thing is about mind. Everything, whatever we're gonna discuss about today, everything is gonna mind. Why mind? Do you have any idea like the importance of a mind in our life? Whatever we do in our life. So for example, we cook, we study, we work. What's the role of your mind? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying in the sixth chapter that Bandhur Atmana Masta Yenat Mevatmana Jitaha Anatmanastu Shatrutve Vartetatmeva Shatruvat. That mind is your best friend. And the same mind is your worst enemy. If you know how to use your mind, it can act like as a greatest friend. You can achieve so many things in the world, materially or spiritually. But if you don't know how to use your mind, you know the result. I don't need to say that when you open your phone, go to social media, start scrolling, and you don't even realize when you spend like more than 1 hour. This is your mind. If you don't control your mind, this is what happened with your mind. But at the same time, this same mind is as useful as a great friend. It can deliver you, it can liberate you from this place. So that's why this is the importance of this verse. You can even count this verse as a foundation or main purpose of Bhagavad Gita. That by mind, you can get out of this place. So that's the beauty. So one day, in the scripture, there is something about mind. Why mind is so important in our life? Because in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 8th chapter, in the 5th verse, Krishna is saying, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaha priyati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshaya. That whatever you desire while leaving your body, it's fine. So whatever you desire while leaving your body, based on that destination, you will achieve your next place. So say for example, you're leaving your body and you remember something from your this present life, you remember something, you remember, let's say, you remember as a rabbit. So you know where you're going to go in the next life. Where? In the body of rabbit. Because this is just a body, this is just a vessel. You understand? Like a milk, like we boil milk every day. But we may change the vessels, but the purpose is same. So like that, soul is like a milk. Keep traveling and keep changing the vessels. So today we have this body. Maybe previous life we may have a different body. In the future we can get different body. But the important is we have that control in our hand. We can choose where to go. To go in the body of monkey, which is terrible, like jumping here and there all the time. To go in the body of human, again same problem, like up to 5, play with the kids, and then go to school, degree, marks, competition, get a job, marriage, and again same. Or you wanna leave this body at all the time. So we say it liberation, like go to the Krishna's place. So this is how, by using your mind, you can decide where to go in the next life. Based on this verse, Andakale cha mameva smaranukta kalevaram. That's why, like whatever we think by leaving our body. But how would we know that? Like, what am I going to think when I'm going to leave this body? How can I know? Like, say, for example, I'm 25. So how can I say, like, okay, whenever I'll die, this will be my thought? Isn't this difficult? Like, we can't say from this point. But what we can do, we can train our mind. Do you want to know, like, you can know that there are some method. I'll give you the example. In English, we say, where attention goes, energy flows. Where we put our attention, there our all energy goes. You might have studied or observed in your life. So, for example, if you think about some person in your life, oh my God, this person is like, he did this, he did that. So your whole consciousness, whole time, energy, everything is going in that direction. So where you invest your mind, your all energy goes there. So if you want to know this, how we can do this, so you can try this. When you wake up in the morning, and what's the first thought comes in your mind? That's where you are in present day. You understand? Have you tried this? You don't need to tell me what you think in the morning when you wake up. First thought, not like after half an hour after you clean your teeth and after taking shower, no. But first thought, since you are in the bed, what's your first thought? Based on that thought, you can say where you are, where's your consciousness. And if you live your life in the same pattern, you're going to end with the same thought. So say for example, if you're in the business, and if you're in the debt, you have to give someone so much amount of money. So what do you think first in the morning? Oh my God, again, he will call me, I have to pay this amount of money. It's so hard. So this is how we keep our mind training all the time. When Prabhupada, he was in USA, and one reporter Mataji, she asked Prabhupada that, why you are giving sannyas, like renounce order from household life. So she's asking, like, why you are giving renounce or sannyas order so early? These people are like just like 25 and 27, 30. So sannyas or renunciation is meant for those who are like elderly people, like this is what we have, like Indian people have that consciousness that renounce order is not for younger people, is for those who are like 60s, 70. This is for them. But Prabhupada asked her, saying that, can you guarantee me that you're going to leave this body before me? And she was speechless. Because no one can say when we're going to die. So in one sense, we can't say who is older and who is younger. Is that true? So that's why we don't know when that point is going to come in our life. So that's why training our mind is more important. Training our consciousness, training our inner system is more important. That's why the path of devotion is even like children, they can take part. You'll see here children, we have Friday, and where if you come here in the Rajbhog Aarti 12, you'll see like Friday or Thursday, I'm not sure about the day, but the whole queue is like a big queue for children. They come here, they sing, they play instruments for Krishna. So this is how they're training their consciousness since very childhood. And based on that, they're going to build up their life. And based on that, they'll have this thought in their mind while leaving their body. So if you have thought of Krishna, so you go to Krishna's place. Does it make sense? Like whatever you think, there you go. So if you think about Krishna while leaving your body, you go to Krishna's place. And Krishna's place is mentioned as a Chintamani, Prakara Sadmashu Kalpa Vruksha, that there are millions of touchstones. Description is given in the scripture that there are Surabhi cows, and you know the specialty about this cow, she gives unlimited amount of milk. And not just material milk, but the spiritual milk, which is nectar, ultimate. So this is the spiritual world. So once we go there, we never come back on this world. So that's the whole endeavor, how to get out of this world and how to go to Krishna's place. So this is our situation, this is our endeavor. And I was talking about death and how to get that right thought, how to get the thought of Krishna. So this is where we train ourselves. Do you know about Dhritarashtra? How many of you heard about Dhritarashtra? You have some idea, yeah? Yeah, of course. So Dhritarashtra, I'm just talking about like what happened in the older age. Do you have some idea like what happened when we get old? Do you have any experience, by the way, while if you have any chance to sit next to a person who is just leaving his body or person who are in his last phase of life, old age? Do you have some experience? Yeah, you have. So like, would you like to share something like what happened with them, with their body? It's like,
it's really weird experience because of my nana. Like
hmm,
he was in the last stage, so you know that he's going.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he's talking and talking about like all the blessings for all family, and
Hmm.
just said to everybody like, don't be
Afraid.
mistakes, and
Yeah.
just learn with your mistakes, and
Hmm.
talking about the God, and it was the very
Hmm.
last minute kind of giving
Hmm.
answer to everybody.
Yeah. They say, yeah, beautiful. They say while we living this body, our whole life, like from birth to up to that point, flash in a very short time. You know, like a flash movie, like whole pastime, like everything. You hurt someone, you love someone, you cook, you did something for someone, you got advantage, you got benefit, you got lost everything in a 1 second. And if you are fortunate enough, if you have darshan in your life of Krishna or Jagannath Ji, so they are also gonna come in your that final zone. And they say when they come, whole picture stops. This is the experience from devotees. So your whole life is like a panoramic picture. So everything comes around, like you know, like Krishna showed is like a Virat Rupa to Arjun, and Arjuna was saying like wherever I see, I just see you like up, down, side, left, right, back, forth. I see just you. So like that, we see our whole life, and in their life, if we fortunately got association of devotee or Krishna or especially Jagannath, your whole life gonna stop there, and with that image, with that picture, with that image, you're gonna leave your body. So this is the benefit of joining Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. So that's why it's so important to come here in the temple. It's not just like a ritualistic thing. If you make a part of your life, you're gonna get like lots of benefits. So this is about Krishna and about last life. So what I was trying to say that our karma and karma comes at the end of life. Whatever we did in our life, as I mentioned in the like picture view, whatever we did in our life, that all the actions plus our desires. We have so many desires like, oh my God, my land is still there. My children is not married yet. I'm leaving this body. What's happening? So karma and karma, our all desires, it's gonna come in one place. Can you imagine? Like now you might have some desire to, okay, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna study, then earn money, then I'm gonna get some work, marriage, and so many things. So everything come at one place. Can you imagine that pressure, that trauma in your mind while leaving your body? Yeah, not like before that phase, but while when the point is come, when point is there, when you're gonna leave your body. So everything comes there, and in that point, thinking about Krishna is so difficult. So that's why this verse, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. So while consciously thinking about Krishna is difficult in that zone. So that's why we train ourselves from the beginning. When I say beginning, that means it doesn't mean like age of 5, 7. If you do, it's really good. But if you can't, even you can start now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, please.
Because my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
she said that he wants to die because the body was
Yeah,
so
pain
old,
and yeah, yeah.
old. So I'm just asking.
Mm.
You said that all this karma, desires, but my grandmother said, no, I don't. I don't want. I just want to die.
Yeah, that's the situation that we don't want that, but it still comes. So it never it just
But the body don't not.
function properly.
She said this 6 months before
Mm-hmm.
she died because the body was
She don't want
in
to
pain.
tolerate everything. Yeah, that's the situation that, as I say, like all the thing come in one point. So can you imagine the pressure on your mind, and that is unbearable. You can't tolerate that. So that's why thinking about Krishna is like more important. It's the most important. Yeah.
I was a nurse.
Uh-huh.
I have assisted so many people dying,
Oh.
old people dying, young people dying. So what happens is if we keep remembering Krishna and suppose I have Kanti, I have Tilla, I have Deepak, I'm walking down the road and I got a heart attack. So I will be choking, I'll be grasping for air. So
Mm-hmm.
pull this out, there was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Blood will be gone with my sweating. And I'm taken to the hospital with a big tube in my mouth. You will try to revive me, and then I will not be able to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Words not coming. I'm in pain. I'm like agonizing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So at that time, if we
What's gonna
remember
happen?
Krishna whole life, he
Mm-hmm.
will come.
Yeah.
We cannot utter his name.
Mm-hmm.
He will come.
Yeah.
Because whole life we have been calling him. At that point, when we need him, he will come.
Right, exactly. So even if you like in the pain, and if you are like if you have been devotee whole life, and if you did so much for Krishna, then he will come. We don't need to think about him. He will come. He will give you memory. Because in the 15th chapter, 15th verse, where Krishna is saying, Sarvasya ham radhisanivisto, matta smutir gnanam apohanam cha. Matta means from my, smutir means memory, gnanam apohanam cha, memory, remembrance, and forgetfulness. So even if you forget something in your life, you can't forget without Krishna's sanction. So even if you want to forget something, you need Krishna's help. Can you imagine that? And of course, if you want to remember something, Krishna is the one who is giving you all remembrance within your heart. Have you ever experienced? You might have this experience. You must have this experience with your life. Then you are in the difficult situation where you're gonna make some decision, and there is certain voice comes out of your heart, and you act on that decision, and it works. It really helps you. Have you ever have this experience in your life? So this is where Krishna is saying, like, I am the one who is sitting in your heart and giving you knowledge, memory, and remembrance and forgetfulness. So yeah, if we are not able to remember Krishna while leaving our body, Krishna will come. So this is the beautiful case. So thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing this. And you were asking something about like what to do with her. Is this what you're asking, or you are just
I mean that she don't want to live in this body.
yeah?
So painful
Mhm.
for her.
श्री श्री राधा गोकुलंद भगवान की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय. Yeah, that's true. We don't want pain, so that's why we do devotional worship. That's why we try to connect ourselves with Krishna. So just to avoid all this pain. And but you might have questioned this at this point that, but why? Yeah, I'm trying to remember Krishna, but why my mind is so horrible? My mind is like a one devotee said that when I sit for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, my mind goes like a horror movie. So like all the, and sometimes I feel like my mind is like a management meeting, like all decisions, planning, everything. So this is what happened in the when we start chanting, when we start focusing, because there is some like contamination, something called contamination, or I would say training. So our mind is trained since last so many lives, and because of this training, we are not able to remember Krishna, or we are not even able to focus our mind on what we do, on our action. So some, yeah.
But are also unconscious.
Hmm.
I mean unconscious pollution of our mind. We are
Yeah. Yeah, because at this point, klesha, yeah. 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 Right. So that's why when you take this procedure, say for example, procedure of chanting or procedure of at least taking prasadam, so it start purifying yourself. It's like a cleaning. So klesha, as you mentioned, it starts cleaning your klesha. That means like eraser, like we have eraser. So this all the procedure, like whatever you see in the temple, is all everything acts like a eraser. So it starts cleaning slowly, slowly. You will see it. Bhakti, as like Prabhupada translated, is like a spiritual scientific process. What we do in science, we do some experiment and we see the result. So similarly, in bhakti we do something. Say for example, let's say we went for some pilgrimage, and then we see the result on our consciousness. That how do we feel? Like what do you feel when you come here on the first time? Remember your first day. Do you feel some? What's your experience?
Is it necessary to have the results instantly?
No, but still results is there. Remember, it's not necessary at all.
So you got to finish your karma.
Yeah, you start like wiping out your karma, but at least you visit the spiritual place. That's the potency, that's the power. Whenever you go, like wherever Krishna is there.
You're just having the good karmas
Yeah,
by visiting the pilgrimage.
both.
But not till you finish your bad karma,
Hmm.
you will get a good results of the good karma.
Yeah, when you start like spiritual process, when you put yourself in this experiment, so the klesha agni, as he mentioned, so klesha means our, I would say, conditioning, which starts purifying. And karma is like a chain. Karma is like a completely different topic. It's not today's topic, but still I'll give you some information. What is karma? Karma is like a chain. It binds you. Good karma is like a gold chain. And bad karma is like a iron chain. But what it does? Binds. So for example, if you leave this body, and in your account if you have some good karma, so to fulfill that karma you have to come again here to perform that good karma. Though you have all the opulence, all the money and all the wealth, all the Aishwarya, but still the thing is you have to come here. And to come here is the problematic. Because when we come here, we at least suffer three problems. Mental, from people, those who are around us, and from the environment. And I don't need to say in London, what happened in the London, raining. So yeah, though you have like luxurious car and everything, but still you are in the body. And once you are in the body, you have to face these three things. So karma, good or bad, is not more important. Because when you start bhakti, when you start devotional process, you start purifying your karma. So it's like you have like a clean board, like a, not clean, like dirty board. But when you start bhakti, it start wiping up everything, not just like good and bad, but everything. And once you finish from everything, you stop coming here and you go to Krishna's place, if you remember Krishna. So that's the duty. So that's what we do. Yeah, you might have question that, yeah, we come back on the mind. You might have this question that why our mind is like so, like a monkey. It's like goes here and there, branches. Have you seen monkey? Of course. Have you been to Vrindavan? Vrindavan? Not yet? Okay, you and I. So this is the nature of our mind, like goes here and there, is not able to like focus because our mind is conditioned by so many things, like conditioned by, in this day and age, we can say social media. As I mentioned in the beginning, like you take a phone and go on maybe some social media platform and you just start scrolling without you knowing. So that is our situation. This is where we are struggling. So to unentangle this thing, to clear out this thing, we start taking devotional process. And there is some reference in the scripture, in the Bhagavatam, Bhishma Dev, when, while he was leaving his body. So he was fully concentrated on Krishna. And though he has Ichha Mrityu, that means like he can leave this body whenever he likes. So he had this boon, but still he was absorbed in thought of Krishna. So there are some Mahajans. Mahajan means those who are like great personalities, those who lived this path, and those who set example for people in general. So by following them, we can get there. So these are like our source of inspiration, source of motivation. That if I put myself on this path, this is gonna be happen. Results are here. Results are not like out of the world or somewhere else, but results you can see. You can heard stories from the scripture. You can heard stories from the saintly person, those who lived it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you said, that after doing a devotional service, chanting, then first cleaning, and
Mm-hmm.
then decorating.
And decorating. Yeah. Bhagavatam says that when we start devotional services, Krishna enters through our ear. When we start hearing about Krishna, so he enters through our ear, and he, like, so for example, if you are like moving your home, so what do? You go there, you check how's the condition, and if it's bad, then you start cleaning, and then you move, then you shift your whole luggage and everything. So this is like that, like when we invite Krishna in our heart, so he enters in our heart through our ears, and when he sees, oh my God, this is like so much dust, and then he start cleaning by himself, and then he resides there. So talking about Bhishma, like he was Mahajan. So there are so many Mahajans like Bhishma, Narad Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, for Kumar, Bali Maharaj, Swayambhu Manu, and Kapil Dev. So these are like some example. There are so many, but these are like a reference given in the scripture. Like when we live their life, we find the procedure. And the point of mind about this verse, it says like constantly engaged in Krishna's service. But now, these days, our mind is constantly engaged in service of Maya, sense gratification, service of our body. That I want this, I want that. Tell me if you have this experience, like you think about something. Let's say, for example, okay, today we have feast, and this thing, I know we have this menu, and this is my favorite thing, and this thing is gonna give me some happiness, some pleasure. This is just example. It could be anything: iPhone, your car, your home, anything. So you enjoy that item, but there is certain point where you feel, oh my God, that's it, that's enough, that's it. Now I don't want anymore. Why? Item is still there. So for example, let's say Rasgulla. Rasgulla is still there. Mercedes Benz is still there. Why you changed? Why your consciousness has changed? Because there is no taste. We have to understand there is no taste. Because that is matter. And matter cannot give fully satisfaction to our soul. Because soul is spiritual. And being a spiritual, when you have something spiritual, that's only can satisfy you. Otherwise, go home and try whatever you like. Nothing in this world can satisfy or fulfill your desire. Under the sun, even if you have kingdom like richest person of the earth, still, if you don't have spiritual consciousness, if you don't have Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, it can never satisfy you.
But if I keep chanting, God names keep coming out, no problem. Keep chanting. The mind is still thinking about something else.
Yeah.
The name is going on.
Yeah.
Chanting is still in the mind.
Hmm.
The brain is thinking somewhere else.
Yeah. So you have to understand.
It's still in the mind going on. It's
Yeah.
like you're doing the mouth. You're doing mouth.
Yeah.
You're doing the name. You're doing, probably you're moving your lips or you're doing in your mind.
But back of the mind is
Mind is there
whole,
chanting the name. The other ones
whole movie.
somewhere else in the movie.
Yeah. So you are like physically you chanting Holy Name, but like in your mind,
Chanting, you're still chanting, you're thinking, you're looking at the God you chanted. Mind is going somewhere else.
it's like movie. Like
Beyond.
whole movie is going on backside. Yeah, because as I mentioned, so about this question, there is a one particular thing in the scripture. You know what comes in your mind? Have you tried to know?
It's like a science fiction.
Sci-fi movie. My mind is like sci-fi movie.
Something not possible, it always comes.
Yeah. So they say like when we start chanting, when we start meditation,
Happens when you chant.
yeah, only when you chant. It's not when you drive, not when you're watching movie. It's not when you're shopping.
Chanting is going somewhere else.
So don't you think there must be some connection? Do you think?
Probably stopping me.
Yeah. Scripture says only three things comes in our mind. Only three things. Person, Vyakti, object, vastu, and place. Now go back in your, do some retrospection or introspection. You won't have any thought out of these three, either person, object, or place. So all thoughts keep coming in your mind. These are only three things. Out of these three things, you'll not find anything. Why? Because we have given our peace of mind to that person, object, or place. In the daytime, chanting is not just when you chant Krishna's name. It's not like just 1 hour or 2 hour business. It's like whole your rest of 23 hours or rest 22 hours. So whatever you do in rest of the 22 hours, it comes on your chanting. So say for example, someone is attached to their phone. So they keep watching their phone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh. And then got divert. They got divert completely. Forget about chanting. So where you are attached, there your mind goes. They say in English, where attention goes, energy flows. So this is what happened in our case. So that's why we have to, as I mentioned, we have to train our mind. We have to, inside software is spiritual, but we got attached to this matter, or maybe some outside of matter. So we got attached to this matter. But now this is time of training. Now we start to train our consciousness to think of Krishna. At least even if, say for example, has it happened with you, any of you, like if you are fighting with someone on social media, and you send them like 50 messages saying, hey, you are like this, that, and like whole fighting is going on like continuously, like 30, 40, 50 messages, fighting, or maybe with your friends, boy or girl, and he's not answering your phone, he or she is not answering your phone, and you need something, and you like send, please receive my phone, receive, like 100 times receive, right? And once everything is solved, now you are in the cool zone, and now you see the chat and say, oh my God, I did like 100, 200 messages just saying receive, or let me start deleting. So you delete one message, okay, you delete 2, 3, 4, 5, and you think, oh my God, I delete 5, 10 messages, still receive is there. But is it the same receive? Is it the same receive? No, it's different receive. You're going up and up. So it is different receive. Though it's receive, but it's different receive. So this is what happened. Sometimes even happen that when you are chanting, same thought will come again and again. But that thought, they must have some connection from your this life or maybe from your past life. So that's why it's keep coming. Got my point? Yeah, we may say like, oh, but I don't know about my past life. How can you say that? Let me give you some explanation. Have you heard about this thing that 5-year baby is playing so nicely some instruments? How is that possible? This is positive case. Let's say negative case. 5-year boy got died because of cancer. Why is it so? He didn't do anything in his life. No tobacco, no intoxication, nothing, no bad habits. He's just kid. But why? Because he's carrying something. He's carrying some bags from previous life. And if you remove this concept of karma, you cannot answer many questions of this life. And you turn into atheist. And that is like a cruel thing in the world to do, to become atheist. Though knowing that, yeah, the God is there, and still don't accept. Like you receiving everything, food, your clothing, everything, clothes. Where does this come from? Don't say, Mofatlal. It's coming from cotton, right? It's coming from land. Whatever you wear, whatever you eat, it's coming from land. So thinking that if you are like little bit, if you just see with your physical eyes, if you just see and use your intelligence, use your brain, you can be convinced that, yeah, there is something called God. Based on that also same time you can see about karma, that why certain things are happening with me, and like I'm a good people, I'm a good guy, I don't do anything wrong with others. Why still things are happening with me? So this is where it comes from, the conception of karma. Anyway, let's come to the topic of mind. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Prabhupada said Maya is very strong.
Hmm.
As soon as we touch the base back, the base,
Yeah.
Maya will come and attack. So she will pull us from what we are doing.
Yeah.
That's why we need to train our mind to be very, very focused. Even advanced devotee can't do that. So our mind is like a child, it will run away.
Hmm.
Bring back. It's okay when it goes. Bring back. Don't let it go further. Just bring back and control.
Getting harder and harder.
Yeah, because it's again another issue.
It's like when I'm listening to you, I can keep chanting, no problem.
Hmm.
The moment I'm stop listening to you, going somewhere else,
Starting that way.
I'm still chanting.
Yeah. But it's only lips.
No, I'm not moving my lips.
Is in mind.
I'm not moving my lips.
Like,
I'm still listening to you, I'm still chanting. But the moment I've stopped listening to you, then it goes somewhere else.
I think like I had a similar situation, and I think for me it was like because you're chanting and you're thinking at the same time, bringing my thoughts back to Krishna in the sense of instead of thinking about other things, I'll be like, oh Krishna, how was your day today, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? What did you eat today, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? And trying to like have a conversation with him instead of thinking thoughts. My thoughts are having a conversation with him and still chanting. If that makes sense. That I tried to start doing that, and that really helped me to focus. Otherwise, it was going everywhere because your nature is you want to think and chant at the same time. But instead of thinking about random things, I'll bring it back and say, just carry on talking to Krishna.
You want to start thinking about the Krishna. The moment you start thinking about Krishna while you're chanting, mind diverting somewhere else, you still chanting Krishna.
Let me give you practical, my experience from practical experience. Like when I was not in Krishna consciousness, when I was not in chanting and all this thing. So at that time, if I see from here, from this point, if I see back in my life, like how was using my mind, how was my focus, how was my determination. So compared to that, here at this point is improved a lot. You understand? Even you can see, like say for example, your age is 30, 35, and oh, you look young. So in the 50, if you see mental situation when you were like 25, 30, compared to that, you see your mind today. How's the desire? How's the demand? How's the diversion and distraction? So if you just compare, you will see there is a lot of change. If you are like spiritual person, and if you like same person, like same habits and everything same, then you won't find any difference. But if you tried something spiritual, you will see a lot of difference in your mind, your consciousness, your thought pattern. So that's a training. That's a complete training. So you have to put yourself. Say for example, we devotees here, you can have a sit anywhere. Yeah. So like we devotee here, those who are like temple congregation, they put themselves in the process, in the practicality of life. They take bead bag every day, same time, same place if it is possible, and they keep meditating again and again on holy name, and then they see results. When you see the results, you are enough able to convince to others. You have something to share with people. So now you are chanting, maybe not regularly, like just here and there because you heard somewhere and you like it and then you started. But it's not like in the process. It's like like you go to the gym and you train yourself. But how? You don't know anything. I just go and fight with the machine. Don't fight, use it properly. If you don't know, take the help of trainer. They will come to you and they'll show you how to use it. And even if you want to go, this is like some advancement. And even if you want to go on higher advancement, what do? You hire some coach. Like say for example, if you need for trainer for 3 months because your marriage is coming. And in that period you see the change in your body compared to previously when you were just coming every day in the gym. Same thing, coming every day in the gym, but doing things what we like. That doesn't relate to science or our body. We just like, okay, I like this exercise and it doesn't give me any pain. Let me do that. So this is how spirituality works. So if you have some mentor, if you have some coach, that creates a huge impact in your life because he can give you a schedule. That, hey, this is your bad habit. You have to improve this habit. You have to come out of this habit and you have to try this thing. See, I have tried and now this is for you. So when we have some trainer, it creates a big difference. So that's why it's important. By the way, this class was on mind and now it's going on the whole direction. Anyway, but something is coming. Anybody else? We have 3-4 minutes last before we go for Aarti. If you have any question, any realization, anything want to discuss, so please feel free to share. Yeah. Okay. Any question? Yes.
I was reading the Gita and I was focusing on the like three aspects of like bhakti, jnana,
And karma.
and the karma. I was focusing on when I was doing on my job. I was like really just doing my job properly. As I said, like I am giving my not I can say the 100%, but the 80 to 90%. But the other guy like who is working with me, they are not giving their 100%. They are like giving like 50% or something that, and that's like effects on me. And I was because of that guy, I was doing my 90 to 80%. I was like decreasing
Come
like
down.
60 to 70,
Yeah.
and I was thinking like I cannot affect like the work I should do. So how should like I should manage that?
First of all, they say our mind, it has 3 cancers: comparison, competition, and criticism. Doesn't matter where you stay, where you go, from where you belong. All of us have these 3 cancer: comparison, competition, and criticism. First we compare with someone. Oh my God, he's doing good. I'm not doing. Oh my God, what's happening with me? Am I wrong? Let's compare. Then we try to improve ourselves. We try to compete with them. Oh, I'm gonna defeat them. How he can go like beyond me? Competition. And if we fail, we start criticizing that person. And what's the solution to get out of this? Chanting holy name. Again, is a cancer of your mind, is a like a dirt or like a dust. So we need to wipe or clear that dust by chanting holy name, Krishna's name, Vishnu's name, whatever you like. Here, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's why it's really important to have some mentor in our life, those who can guide us in our life. So temple is not just purpose for ritualistic, but come here, get some spiritual knowledge, how to get better in our life, even at least material or spiritually, whatever you need. But don't just make this place as like a checklist. Okay, Sunday I went to the temple, done. Not like that. Go there and ask them, this is what happening in my life. What's the situation? How can we get some solution? Every day we have Gita class, 6 to 7, like this. So whenever you come, speaker will be somewhere else. I won't be here. So just to let you know. So speaker will keep changing and you can ask your question. Maybe you can get, and for your question particularly is chanting holy name. Try, at least try. It will give you. And try like certain amount every day when you wake up, after taking shower, everything done, before taking food, just spare 10 minutes for chanting and let's see the result. At least you can absorb yourself now in Gaura Aarti. Hare Krishna.
Shri Radha Gokulanand ki, Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman.
गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभु